Brewmaster, okay. So more auras. Actually very nice hero to have against the TB. Fnatic doing better across the board in the laning stage. Universe has more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Does not bode very well. I mean, Armel's going to do just fine. Catching up a little bit later on. As soon as he starts getting his points up in the raises. Cuckoo in a bit of trouble. Needs to dodge the brambles. Actually gets blocked in by Tims. So DJ can just keep on auto-attacking him with this Null Talisman. I don't know what that Ice Shards was for. And that's just going to be Fnatic securing their first blood. And still chasing forward, putting damage on Tims. He's got the Snowball. Raven's got the Metamorphosis, but without the Witch Doctor, I don't think they're willing to commit that. Over at mid lane, I bet actually getting up in Armel's face. Forcing him back, does just get a salve delivered. And Envy free farming. Up top, they are going to go in now that the Witch Doctor's come back. The cask bouncing around. Looks like Universe is going to end up going down DJ. Shadow Realm keeping him alive. Ice Shard's already been used, so it looks like he's going to be A-okay. And Sam H does get a successful little side pull off here, so his reward is going to be some experience heading over. Over mid, Snowball onto Abed. They bring the Shadow Fiend forward as well. They need to land these raises. He gets the Dragon Tail off, but Tims is there with the body blocks. Armel, one more raise, but that's all the damage that he's got. The cast bounces forward. They do get the triple raise. DJ trying to finish off Tims. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He gets maledicted up. One raise might kill him. Armel's chasing forward. I don't even know if that hit. Did it? DJ, is the maledict going to kill him? There's only one more tick. No, it looks like he's going to be fine. Abed equally aware that the Tusk is hunting for him and that the Witch Doctor is also over in these trees. I don't really know if he can even bait this. Their turnaround potential is not that great. That is one of the consequences of picking the Dark Willow. Abed getting blocked in now. Couple of raises, knocking him down low. Can he turn this around? He's got the wand charges. I think the Maledict might just be enough to finish him, but Armel's actually getting stunned up. Cuckoo now also being chased down by DJ. One more touch is going to do it. Armel being glimpsed back. Abed still actually surviving through all of this. Armel just forced to commit. Two perfect raises. Now he turns back around, finds both of the supports. He's actually going to get the triple kill. Armel survives on a sliver. Every little bit of raindrop plus wand plus, I don't know, did he have a fairy fire? And that is actually the tier 1 tower taken out. They do manage to get the deny though on the side of TNC. And this is going to open up the lane a little. DJ finds out Cuckoo. What can he really do? Tries to fight him. Is there any help coming over? Sam H is here with the Sand King. Only 1 point up in the Burrow Strike. Cuckoo still alive. DJ now actually has to turn tail and run. Has some one charges. He's not going to die to the Maledict. Over at mid lane, they're hunting forward, looking for Abed. Armel doesn't jump inside of the Snowball. He's only got the short raise for the time being. Mid raise now coming back off cooldown. Still 3 seconds for the long. Mid raise is going to be enough to finish it. And Pilot Eye also getting blocked in by Tims. TNC, this is the early game that they were looking for. And Armel 5 kills back to back to back to back to back on the mid lane. Amazing start for the SF. And Fnatic just popping the dragon form up top, looking for this tier 1 tower. Do have some rotations coming over. Raven with the 3 points up in the Metamorphosis. Pilot Eye only level 3, not that much that he contribute in the TNC supports. Well, the TNC support and Armel both rotating. Over the top, he's got so much damage with the maxed out Shadow Rays. They're going to go onto Abed first. They get the glimpse back onto Armel though, holding him away, and now they pop the Primal Split. They're focusing onto Cuckoo. Abed's dropping low. Tim's coming through. Cuckoo's still alive. He's got wand charges. Looks like Universe should be able to finish him off with the Primal Split. High just TPing out. Tim's going to continue pursuit. The Split's not going to last that much longer. They've got a punch and they've got a Snowball once he comes out, but he does just barely manage to get out the disables onto the Shadow Fiend, though it doesn't matter because they've got Raven. And as Armel comes back down to the ground, he cements his monster kill streak. Is Sam H going for a Dominator? Looks like he is. Alright, every offlaner is just in love with Helm of the Dominator at this point. I see Envy. Double forward. They can't afford to get Savage Word back. Armel going to keep his distance, just drops in with the raises and the auto attacks are enough. Godlike already, 11.5 minutes into this first game here, the best of 5. Still waiting for Envy to be able to really come and participate in this game. Universe, how's the Blink Dagger going? 1700 gold worth of progress. Once that's up, I think Fnatic should be able to set up a team fight, but we haven't really seen the Dark Willow and the Disruptor getting too involved just yet. They're going to terrorize Sam H. His burrow is actually on cooldown, and they're going to pop the Primal Split for this. I don't know how Sam H gets out. He does manage to burrow a little bit further around the corner, gets caught inside the brambles, though. Dominator regen helping him out a little bit, but no way out. And down he goes. So still a bit more farming time required, and that's why the rest of Fnatic are off. Just making some space, doing their thing. Sam H TPing over to mid. DJ had known about that. He might have canceled that with his Yules, but He's actually now TPing down bottom. Spots Cuckoo, gonna go for this solo kill. Can they protect him? He gets held away a little bit by the ice shards, but the Bedlam is still just way too much damage. The Requiem getting laid out. They're looking towards Universe. He just hides straight into the Primal Split and now comes running forward. Who can he actually set up for? On the other side of the fight, it's Sam H looking towards DJ. They're gonna get him blocked in. They get the Burst Strike down. Sam H is in a little bit of trouble. The Snowball still chasing after Envy. This is perhaps a little bit too deep for Tim. Sam H with the Burst Strike up in a couple of seconds time, and Armel already beyond godlike as he nukes down Pylai Die. They don't have the control. Sam H with the 2-man Burst Strike. Abed getting run at. Universe also blocked in. Can't get back down the ramp. Armel with the auto attacks. Finishes off the Dragon Knight. It's Raven on the other side finishing off the Brewmaster. They still do not have this Radiance. Can they bring down the bear? A little bit more gold. Oh my god, Armel is so stacked. But no, I'm not going to try for the Roshan or anything like that. Just go back to farming stations. Continue to nurture this 5k net worth advantage that they've got, along with the EXP lead. Tim's sitting here waiting, looking for Pi. Blocks him in with the shards. Does get glimpsed back, but it's Armel who's actually the one that they have to worry about. Snowballing forward. A couple of auto attacks should be all that they need to kill Pi. They do get the fear backwards from the Spirit Bear. It's doing some decent work. They need to be careful about Armel's streak here. He's being feared. He's getting hit by the Bedlam. It's getting split two ways, but it's still way too much TNC. Pylai is grinning to himself for sure. He dies, but that is an absolutely enormous streak. Tim's, what's he going for? He's also going for Blink. Not going to be seeing the super early Spirit Vessel or anything here. You can see continue to chew through these smokes. At least have one more left. So they make the 4-man rotation. Abed wants this mid-wave. Might get brought down though. Straight Burst Strike. Lock him down. They are going to pop the Metamorphosis for this as well. TNC might be looking for more after this kill. Raven's dominating. Pylai Die reveals his positioning up here on the high ground as he puts down the kinetic field. And now they're going to try and cut him off with the pass. Sandwich with the Burst Strike off cooldown. They put down the Death Ward. They're looking for this kill on Pi. The Burst Strike actually going to catch out onto 2. Envy's got the Centaur. Drops down the Stomp, but he just needs to run now. The Radiance is helping out a little bit. DJ with the Terrorize going to push them up the hill and away from the fight. It's actually into the Primal Split as they look towards Sam H. He's kind of tanky. Might be able to get a little bit further away. Raven gets brought straight back down. I don't know what they're hoping to do here. The Requiem comes out. They will be able to maul down Cuckoo with the bear. Raven still stands his ground. Sam H fairly healthy, but Envy auto-attacking him down. And TNC with a buyback from Pylai Die. They're actually going to be able to drag back in Raven, but they've got the Snowball saving him, and Sam H is going to go back in with the Epicenter. Eternal Envy's caught. He can't get back out of the Ice Shard. Sam H with yet another Burst Strike. Abed's going to get lifted up now. Looks like they might lose the Sand King in the end, but TNC is still standing strong, still fighting. Armel going to work with the Races. Universe with the auto attacks, almost bringing him down. He buys himself a few more seconds with the Yules into the Snowball. They just can't kill the Shadow Fiend. Armel's on the run. Looks like Universe will be able to finish him off. He secures the double, and TNC... Alright, in the sustained fight, looks like Fnatic's still going to do that a little bit better. Tim's trying to push himself down onto the low ground. Doesn't manage it. And in the end, TNC will still get cleaned up. Did we have more buybacks there? No, it was just the one buyback. Oh, and that was a 5 for 2. I would imagine that Fnatic still come over here and try and contest. TP's already making their way over. It's just the Lone Druid Bear so far. The Radiance Burn is going to slow this down a little bit, and if he gets the Savage Roar out, that could be trouble. They're going to try and block it out. Tim's doing everything that he can, but it's still Roshan at about a quarter HP. They trap Armel inside of the Brambles, looking for the Terrorize. He does pop the BKB. It's a pretty big commitment for him. He now throws out the Requiem as well, but Fnatic are just kiting around the sides of this fight. Nobody really taking that much damage. They do manage to lock in DJ with those shards. Nicely played by Tims. TNC, can they secure this? Metamorphosis doesn't have that much longer. They go for the smoke. What is happening here? All right, the three non-Roshan hitters, let's call them that, smoke out looking for more as Raven does secure the Aegis. Abed did pop the Dragon Form for this. Actually stuck. They're going to dive in pretty deep. Can they actually grab this kill? They're going to pop the Epicenter. They're using everything on Abed, and TNC find themselves right on the doorstep of Fnatic's base. The tier 3 tower already under siege. Rax just a few minutes earlier, but the Roshan straight into this push. TNC finally finding their strength. All together is 5. The Abed Dragon Knight having a miserable time in this game. That should be all that it is. It's kind of tough to initiate on this Terrorblade. They still need the Lone Druid Bear back up. Okay, they do have it now. Can't afford to lose it one more time, though, or it's going to be a full 2 minutes dead. Raven just sieging the melee backs. They got to go and do something. All right, Universe jumps in. There's the Primal Split. Armel laying down the razors. They're just going to try and focus down the pandas. Raven, if they can kill him, he won't have the Metamorphosis anymore, but it looks like he should be able to get the Sunder off. He's still feared. Can he get the BKB Sunder? Oh, at the very last moment, they managed to bring him down. Cuckoo's also dead. Armel pops the BKB. Let's go with the Requiem. Pie's dead. Envy now getting snowballed on top of. Armel finds the double kill, leading his team to victory here in game 1. It looks like Abed trying to right-click, but his BKB fades. Tim slinking away. DJ will go blinking outside of the base to chase him, and looks like he grabs that kill, but it's only the 2 TNC supports dead so far, and this is going to be the secondary lane of Rax down from Fnatic. Universe without the Primal Split ready to go anymore. Can't really contribute to this fight. I don't know if this smoke was scouted by this observer ward a little bit further down. It might have been. TNC regardless are just all playing together. Tim's has gone back for some Guardian Greaves. Decided against going for the Blink Dagger in the end. Spirit Bear getting locked down a little bit by the Centaur Conqueror. They go in. The Universe is going to be hexed up. Can they burst him down? They will be able to. That's no Brewmaster for this fight. He does buy back. Abed is just dying to the Death Ward, even through the BKB. TNC are still just punching him down. He's dead. Universe thinks about the Primal Split, but is even really going to do anything. Everyone on TNC is still on absolutely full HP. Pilot Eye can't find a good combo opportunity, as they do manage to get the Yules up on Universe. TNC all just playing together, fighting together. Sand King, getting gone on here, but Sam H is pretty tanky. They drop the Static Storm on him to prevent the snowball save. Nicely done, but Tim's is still going to be able to keep him alive with that Greaves pop, and we're getting punched up, but TNC know what they want. They're going to play the objective, looking for this final lane of Rax, looking for the Mega Creeps, and looking for victory in game number 1. Universe out of the Primal Split. What can he really do now? They're going to hex up the Bear for good measure. Raven still has the Sunder, and Fnatic will finally tap out and call the GG. Man. Armel and the 2 TNC supports putting in work. I don't know if I've seen such a successful early game from 2 support players for a little while. We will just get Sam H's Night Stalker. Okay, so very single target lineup from TNC, hardly any AoE control. And this mid-game window is going to have to be what Fnatic are careful about. But they've got so much D-push this game. They've got the Chakram, they've got the Firestorm, they've got the Lightning Storm. There's an Invis Cuckoo Witch Doctor up here. They're going to go for Pilot Eye. Can they also look towards Envy? He's not actually that tanky. He waveforms away. Pi, one more touch to finish it. And that's your first blood. Curse Crown catches on 2, and Fnatic will be able to back off with the rest of the lineup, but he's starting to get worked down a little bit, but has those 1 charges. Sam H going to take a Curse Crown, but there isn't really any damage here just yet. Pilot die. They know that he just TP'd mid, so he died. Oh, Armel just going to get bursted. Doesn't even get the 1 charges off. I don't know if he was trying to bait with the 1. They're actually going to give this lane over to Universe for a second, so it looks like Fnatic wanting to match up their Timbersaw against the Terrorblade, though I don't know how much they can really shut down Raven's farm. He's just going to retreat over into the jungle. Envy's been spotted out. He's only got 2 points up in the morph. He does have the waveform to get a little bit further away, so it looks like he should be alright. The Stomp is going to catch him, though. Luka's still closing the gap, but Envy's going to be fine. And now it's Fnatic's turn to try and look for a turnaround. Pilot Eye's coming over, but they've actually got Raven rotating onto Universe at mid. They don't even need the Dragon Tail for that. Raven just pops out of the trees. He's got an illusion rune that he found in the river. And this is now going to be an easy tier 1. They were hoping to leave the Underlord there to hold onto the tier 1 tower for a little bit longer. DJ's actually ticking down to the Maledict, and he's dead. TNC playing over on the dire side of the map, but making it work. Raven ticking down, but he's got that Sunder ready. That illusion rune smiled on him before, and now he's got the double damage along with the Metamorphosis off cooldown. If they get this successful backstab on Fnatic, this could be an absolute disaster for them. They don't know where they are just yet. This is a blind hill to be going up. The smoke breaks. They run straight into Universe. They're going to stun him. He makes it up onto the high ground. Can he get a couple of misses? That's not going to help him. Raven finds the killing spree already. Armel's over here. Pilot Eye getting run at. He does have a TP scroll. Abed trying to escape on the other side. Pi going to get stomped, and he will be brought down. Just the 2 kills for TNC as they do rotate all 5. But still nice to take out the Underlord once again. This next nighttime going to be extremely important for Sam H. He's going to start it out with a couple of bounty runes. But let's need to move with the supports to find pickoffs so that they can keep on going. Abed, look for the Chakram. Sam H just flies up onto the high ground. is getting locked down, though. Abe with the Chakram soon. Universe with the pit. SamH runs straight into some more brambles, and DJ finishes him off. That is not a good start to this night. Highlight Eye looking at Cuckoo. Pump faking the stun. Pump faking the stun. They need to be careful about how they split up this cast. Nicely done by Abed, dodging back a little bit. Armel pops the Dragon form. What can he actually find? He's looking towards Pilot Eye. Looks like he will end up dying to the Maledict, and he knows it. He's just running forward, hoping to get off another Lightning Storm. DJ with the Curse Crown. Abed still got enough mana, I think, to keep on chasing. Soul Ring coming off cooldown soon. Tims is here, looking to turn this around. The Stomp not going to land. Abed just managing to sidestep it. Eternal Envy morphing into the Dragon Knight, but nothing more that he can do other than throw out the Breathe Fire. Well, we'll probably get a medallion somewhere on the TNC side to help them out with it. Raven is just going for SNY straight BKB. They know that they have to hit a timing, and they have to end the game pretty quick smart, otherwise they're just never going to be able to high ground against the Timbersaw and the Underlord. Oh, I've been trying for the TP out, but gets Dragon Tailed, and looks like he is going to end up falling here. I think he does already have his... Does he already have his Bloodstone finished on the Courier? No. Still quite a lot of Metamorphosis duration on this one, and the Dragon Form. Both up for a bit. Fnatic are scanning this, and they're also going to send the Siege Creep in here, but what can they really do? Envy coming over. Is he going to try for the steal? They're going to try and terrorize them outside of the pit. Envy goes in with the waveform. They steal the Roshan, and they steal the Aegis. Fnatic, the huge play out of DJ. TNC, they're still in fighting shape, though. Raven gets the Sunder out. Eternal Envy focuses on Cuckoo, brings him down. They're chasing forward. They're going to look to bring down Abed. If they could put a dent in this Bloodstone, that would be pretty big. He does get forced to suicide in the end, but he instantly respawns.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And then they're also going to grab themselves a tier 1 tower afterwards. This is going to open up the map a bit. Oh, TNC don't want to give it to them. Armel with the Shadow Blade goes running forward. They're going to try for Universe first, but he's pretty tanky. Can he get the Dark Rift out? No, he's just being stunned, slept, controlled, finished off by the Death Ward. The tier 1 tower does still stand. And alright, TNC with another smoke. This is a little bit unexpected, perhaps, while the Dragon Form is on cooldown. They do go running forward. Pi, did he see this Observer Ward getting planted? Maybe now they're going to spot DJ. They stun him. All 5 heroes are here. Metamorphosis instantly getting popped. TNC going to be looking for him where they even get the sleep onto Universe. The +1 kill is there, and TNC, since their opportunity, are going to be able to grab the tower and then maybe force a little bit more. Roshan still dead for at least another minute and 20 seconds, so that objective is not available to them. They are getting scouted by this Radiant Observer Ward, so TNC are going to make a beeline for them. SamH is leading the way. They're scanning up on the high ground, trying to figure out if anybody's up there. DJ and Pi still sitting on this ward, and TNC take the high ground successfully. They'll be able to push them away from the shrine. SamH sees DJ down in the low ground, flaps down, doesn't get the silence off first. They jump onto Pi. They're also managing to lock down DJ. He's slept. Comes out of the Shadow Realm, and I don't think he's going to be able to escape. He's going to try for the Terrorize, potentially, but alright, down he goes. TNC with those 2 pickoffs. Head over towards the Roshan pit. Envy with a double damage isn't positioned to threaten bottom somewhat. Hard to do this against Tims, and he gets slept. There's the Earth Splitter. They've got the TP coming in from the Night Stalker. Envy, this is trouble. He gets his Lincoln Sphere popped. He's not actually able to morph too much with the Spirit Vessel on him. At least he's got the shotgun to prevent the auto attacks from SamH. Heals from Tim's not going to really end up doing anything. Abed playing around with the rest of TNC over at the pit. Raven and Armel taking a little bit of damage, but he needs to be careful now. Does actually manage to Lotus the Sunder successfully, getting pushed away a little bit. The Maledict still doing big damage. He's trapped up on the cliff. Looks like he should be okay. They've got the shrine ready, but... And they also managed to get the Roshan last hit a second time. Abed just working on his Shivas. Universe does still have his Guardian Greaves queued up, but doesn't have it just yet. And now Abed running straight into a little bit of trouble. Cuckoo and Tim spot him, but they don't have any of their cores here. So who's actually caught who? Nice force step forward. Protects Kufu from a little bit more damage. Armel thinking about engaging into this fight, but again, with those transformation abilities down, this is difficult to do. He gets the Dragon Tail out. Can they force staff Pi? He gets force staff forward, but it's still straight into that Earth Splitter. Armel forced to pop the BKB a little bit late. Envy trying to shotgun him down. Armel still chasing. Now they get the Dragon Tail onto Universe. He won't be able to escape even without the transformations. The TNC cores are too strong. They charge through with their BKBs. With the Underlord dead, it is going to be difficult for Fnatic to defend their high ground. Mid lane getting pressured. 30 seconds to go on Metamorphosis, and Dragon Form is available. No glyph for the Dire. So Fnatic looking like they should lose at least the tier 3 and potentially the full lane of Rax. They don't really have a defense here. Abed even coming back a little bit late. The Terrorize threatened by DJ, but looks like they've just accepted the fact that they are going to lose the lane of Rax. They know that these BKBs are on cooldown though, so Armel still has to be careful. He does have the cheese. He's going to get hit by the Cursed Crown. The damage from Abed is big, and looks like they should be able to burst the dragon, and he gets the cheese off at the last moment. He's still on the run. Raven thinking about trying to help him. He does have the Sunder potentially to save him, but he needs to be careful about using it. Instead, he's just going to pop his Metamorphosis and now look to turn and fight. 5 seconds to go on his BKB, but Envy is actually pushing bottom. They've killed off Cuckoo already. He's now getting driven back by Sam H, but there's actually a Dark Rift now coming. All of Fnatic arriving on the bottom side of the map. Buyback out of the Witch Doctor. Does everybody have a TP ready? They're focusing on Sam H first. Raven still has the Metamorphosis. He's going to slice through Pylai Die. He's not dead just yet. Envy pops his BKB. He's running backwards. DJ now being focused. Fnatic, was this the right decision? They forced a bunch of buybacks. If they can just disengage, this would be all right. Universe looks like he's not going to get away from the Scotty. Abed going to keep on fighting. Raven's godlike. He's beyond godlike as he finds the triple. And Fnatic have lost 3 so far. The mid wave needs to be shoved out by Envy. Abed actually ends up missing the Timber Chain. We'll get another opportunity with that Yule Scepter. Now getting sundered up. Still full HP. Nicely done with the Lotus. Gets out of the silence, and it looks like Abed. Alright, he will end up escaping at the end of the day. Universe thinking about those Guardian Greaves still. What did he buy in... Okay, he's just bought the Bucklers so far. Doesn't really farm too much in the last couple of minutes. Pretty much just Envy and Abed. Continue to scoop up the farm. They're running over towards mid now. They get the Dragon Tail onto Abed. They've already lost the Witch Doctor. He got shotgun down, and they're saving Abed with the Terrorized. Raven pops the BKB, but forced to just run for it. He doesn't have the Metamorphosis. Armel's trapped inside of the pit. He does pop off the BKB. He's looking for the kill on Envy, but the more strength is enough. Abed jumping a long way forward with the Timber Chain. He's kind of in the back lines now, still getting stunned up, and will be finished off dead. 55 seconds. That was a Timber Chain too far. Fnatic weren't able to follow it up with him, and now the Earth Splitter is going to connect onto Universe. He's going to try for the Dark Rift out, but it's just way too much damage. Tim standing right on top of him with the Aura. Pi is also going to end up dying. Oh man, Abed wanted those kills, but he wanted them a little bit too badly, and now they don't have the Timber. They don't have the Underlord. 40 seconds, 33 seconds. Metamorphosis back up in 3. No real rat opportunities. All of the waves are pushed up pretty far, so we can't get over to the Radiant base. And TNC looks like they're going to get the first lane of Rax completely uncontested. Envy's just buying whatever he can. Picks up the SNY. Does not have buyback as a result. Rax number 2 down. Abed, half-hearted Timber Chain to get back out into position, but we got 1 double damage on the TNC side. We've got a double damage also bottled for the Fnatic side. I don't know if I've ever seen this before, but it's 40 minutes, so we can get the double rune spawns. And we can get the consecutive rune spawns as well. Oh, Envy pops the DD. He's inside of the pit. Actually, the real fight's happening over on the other side. They've managed to break up Universe. They've got the Dragon Tail onto him. They're focusing. It looks like Envy's just going to go for the Roshan in the meantime, though. Universe is the distraction. Roshan's not dead just yet. Envy, a few more auto attacks is all it's going to take. Aegis Cheese and Refresher Short on the deck. TNC can't quite get over there in time. There's items on the ground. Soul Ring just going to be left behind as Sam H is chasing, looking for more. Flies up over the cliff, but he's a little bit faster than his team. Now TNC smoked up, running forward. Same play that we saw them attempting in the previous game. Hoping to catch whoever is defending, maybe just a little bit outside of the base. Smoking over towards top. Pylai Die is out of the base at the moment. Sam H going to go running forward onto him. Universe does the 4-step, gets him a little bit further up, but Sam H is diving straight into the base. Armel's already there. Raven's beyond godlike. He's inside. He's looking towards the Rax. Universe is just getting chewed up. It's a double damage Terrorblade. Envy's trying to man fight him, but he already loses the Aegis. The Terrorize pushes them back. Abed jumping after Sam H. He's still pretty tanky. Looks like he will be brought down. Eternal Envy back to the world of the living. Looks to focus onto Cuckoo. Raven actually now forced to turn tail and run, as it looks like TNC have just decided to disengage this, but it's only for a little bit. They're focusing into Abed. They've got the Hex onto Raven. He needs to live to do the damage. The Terrorize doesn't clip him. That's Terrorize number 2. Do they still have the cheese left? It looks like they do. Abed going to keep on fighting, and now Raven's the one in some trouble. He's already used the Sunder, and he's going to be brought down, getting nuked by the Morphling. Armel looks like he does manage to escape the base under attack by creep, so it's going to take Fnatic a little bit longer. DJ's hunting for a solo kill. Well, I mean, there's only the Dragon Knight on the map, but they could kill off Armel. That'd be a pretty big deal. Armel spots Pi. Does he have the damage to finish him off here? Envy's going to come TPing in, and Armel just immediately pops the BKB TP out. Okay, not going to risk anything at this stage. That's a fairly long duration BKB to be using at this point. Cuckoo getting dove on by Abed. The Glimmer Cape's going to wear out. He's still got the Hex. Straight to the Brambles. And Cuckoo looking like he's just going to end up as a Bloodstone charge for Abed here. Terrorblade's still hanging on to that buyback. They also have Glyph on the TNC side, so they should be able to get their TB to respawn naturally. Envy still hitting these buildings pretty quickly, though, and he's actually focusing towards bottom. Sam H realizing this is going to go over there, but the rest of Fnatic looking to punish him. Raven is not willing to buy back with only 10 seconds remaining, and they actually get the hex shot of the Dragon Knight. They're focusing onto Armel. They know that he doesn't have the BKB. They have to get him out of here if they can. He does actually have a buyback, but he's brought down, and that means no Dragon form. Envy's focusing onto the racks. Abed keeping Tims away will prevent the Echo Stomp. Envy still needing to be careful. The Spirit Vessel spam is real. He's down at half HP. Sandwich, does he have any charges left? He's actually out of Spirit Vessel charges at this point. TNC, they do have that buyback. They're going to use it now. Can they find some kind of initiation? Universe is ready with the Dark Rift. They're just going to bail everybody out. It's a 5-man sleep. Along with the Reflection, the melee barrack is extremely low, but not dead just yet. And they do have the BOTs available for both the Morphling... Oh, no, not the Morphling and the Timbersaw. Timbersaw just has brown boots. And not even that. They're in his backpack at the moment. TNC, you gotta get this D ward on the high ground. Did they even have the gem anymore? They do. It's still in the hands of Sam H. Cuckoo jumping forward. Envy, waveform forward, waveform back. He's got the 2 charges. So he's gonna be okay. TNC running in. Looking towards Abed. He's going to get stunned. He's going to get bloodthrown. It looks like he's going to be brought down. They tried to save him with the shotgun. He will buy back immediately. They got the silence onto Envy. They're looking for the Mega Creeps. TNC just going for the jugular. It is the BKB already popped for the Dragon Knight. Armel needs to be careful from this point forward. Abed chasing in. Raven's looking towards him. The damage is big. He will be able to Yules himself. Universe trying to run forward. At least get that aura down. Sam H is stunned on the other side of the fight. Envy hasn't really been able to stand still and do any damage just yet as TNC still moving together as a group. They get to sleep on Envy. They've silenced him. They've bloodthorned him, but now he's dead. He does have a buyback. Raven's BKB being used. It's not Mega Creeps just yet as the ranged rack still stands inside of the Dire base. There are a few Radiant buybacks available. Neither team scouting the Roche just yet. Fnatic gonna go for the smoke. Are they just going for end? Can Terrorblade buy a Refresher Orb? Raven actually could, potentially. Oh, they go for Armel. His BKB is still on cooldown for a little bit. He would be a big kill. They're gonna force staff him back defensively. Sam H. They get the silence over onto Envy. The Bloodthorn is actually doing big damage to him. Crimson Guard gonna help keep him alive. He's also morphing some strength. Abed getting locked down will be able to pull off the Yules trick and get himself out of there. These are heroes that do not have buyback. Fnatic are playing with fire at this point. Fnatic still in the base. Pi still at bottom. Yeah, that mid push feeling really, I don't know, really meaningless. Where did the cheese end up? Probably on Sam H? Yeah, it's in Sam H's backpack. And Raven probably going to BKB, sub it out for the Refresher Shard. Have that double BKB ready to go. He did actually go for the attack range this game. Not opting for the Sunder cooldown. They look for the C Universe. He does manage to get the Force Staff away. TNC focusing onto the tier 4s, but over in the base, Fnatic are going to be looking for tier 4s of their own. I don't think it's going to be fast enough. Tims will be going back to defend. Pylai and Envy realizing that this is their only opportunity, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Dire Ancient is falling quickly. They're trying to slow them down. They pop the Glyph. Fnatic on the other side finally managed to make it through the tier 4s. Tims trying to stomp them. Cuckoo also trying to slow them down. Armel, they're actually managing to control Raven. They're slowing down his damage a little bit. Universe, can they stop him? All right, now going to be a win for TNC. Fnatic rats until the very end, but couldn't take the fight anymore against TNC. The Raven Terrorblade, too strong. Oh, they're just gonna pick Lina. Okay, so is it Universe Tiny? I'm really interested to see who's playing what here, guys. Okay, Sam H Underlord, Tim Sand King, Cuckoo Tusk. They do have pretty gankable lanes on TNC side. The Shadow Fiend and the Venomancer are both pretty immobile and fairly gankable. Envy wants this rune. Tim's looks like he's going to be able to grab it, though. And Cuckoo actually gets this one as well. Envy getting the static link out. Cuckoo needing to be careful. The lightning's coming through. The shards block, not super useful. Tim's threatening with the Burrow Strike. Raven going to be coming over here with the Venomancer. He's got the Gale skilled up. He's going to Gale through onto both. They're going to get out a few more auto attacks. Now the Gale comes through. Envy with the stolen damage. Doing what he can, but Raven finds the first blood. Envy blocked on that high ground and nowhere to go. First mover's disadvantage in this case on Fnatic, and it's actually TNC who end up with the matchups that they wanted. Pi just going to be sticking down here for a little bit. DJ goes rolling in, but Cuckoo's also turned up here on the mid lane. Armel just going to munch down on that Tango and back himself up. Abed does have level 2. He catches the 2-man stun. Armel coming a little bit too far forward. He does have the Fairy Fire, but it's not going to be enough to save him. Cuckoo only level 1. He might also end up going down. Follow-up stun from Abed. The cooldown's too low from the Lina. It was Armel finding the triple kill in that first game on his Shadow Fiend, but this time around it's Abed finding the easy double on the Lina. Happening over here. Cuckoo with the shards block out. Pi does manage to swipe one of the bounties. We'll be able to go over and grab the second. SamH a little bit slow to get in there, but it might actually be Cuckoo who now goes for the kill. SamH, they need to get quite a lot of Firestorm damage down. Cuckoo needs the vision. He's still got the snowball. Pi threatening the stun. Nicely done by Cuckoo. Interrupting that at the last moment. Raven now looking towards somebody up here. They lost Tim's. They want to deny Envy. DJ's going to try for it. Raven manages to fake him out. Oh. Well, pretty close call, but okay. Ends up being 1-for-1 over here. Pi dying down in the river at bottom. Fnatic rotating over. They are going to come into vision part way through this gank, but Shadow Fiend's still a long way up. Roll across. They got to land the boulder smash. They've got the slowdown. There's the smash. Into the follow-up stuns. No real chance for Cuckoo to save him. He does manage to get the wands off. They're snowballing over towards Abed. Can they get the turnaround this time? No. There's too much damage. He can't get the follow-up raises down, and looks like Fnatic will grab both of these kills. Very clutch rotation from DJ and Pylai. Exactly what they needed to do. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he has the Shadow Blade if both of his nukes aren't close to being maxed. Raven, what is he building? Just trying for some treads so far. DJ, only level 3. Is going to have to find an opportunity. Snowball in onto Abed here. Armel drops the 2 raises, but they've got the stuns. The Ice Shards from Cuckoo going to block it in. They drop the Laguna Blade. They want this Cuckoo kill. They can't quite finish it. One more touch from DJ. Another lightning coming in. Actually get the silence onto Armel. Can he finish this kill? A raise will do it. And looks like Pi won't be able to find the return kill. 2-for-1 trade at mid. Both teams investing a lot into their mid players, but Raindrop helping him out as he makes his retreat. Tim's still just trying to finish up some Tranquil Boots, as Envy is just popping Eye of the Storm to try and find some farm. Did he get... Oh, nice. He got that last hit. Can he get this other one as well? He's trying to aggro the creeper end on the other side, but Cuckoo finds him. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to escape. Trying to run down the river. Knows that he can't go for the high ground, but either way, there's going to be an Ice Shards blocking him, and Envy's greed will be his undoing. He could have just farmed these neutrals with the Eye of the Storm, but... And they do actually smoke up Universe. Try and run over towards mid. SamH should be reporting that this bottom lane is missing relatively soon, and TNC are actually going for a smoke of their own. They find Envy. Armel going to raise him down. That's a killing spree for him. They know that the Shadow Fiend isn't there at mid, so they're just going to reveal this smoke and try and go for the tier 1 tower. SamH could try and run over to defend this, and TNC, they're actually going to start bringing in the rest of their heroes as well. They do have an Invis up on the Sand King. They've got another sentry. Tim's knows about it. The Ice Shards blocking in Abed somewhat here. Pi threatening with the stun. SamH comes running forward, getting slowed down by the lightning. Tim's is going to get the burst strike out. They really want this Lina kill, but they may have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew. Snowball over to Pylai. That's going to help keep Tim's alive. Cuckoo takes the Laguna Blade to the back of the head. He's going to be the one brought down. Looks like this Urn Charge also finding a secondary kill. TNC couldn't get in there with Armel to drop off all the damage, and Abed does still survive. Yeah, this is going to be a free Aegis for Armel. He's huge. 9.1k net worth on the Shadow Fiend. 2k ahead of anybody else in this game. Already has the full pike. Yeah, TNC going for a smoke of their own. They're actually going to cut all the way across this way instead. They're not going to go on a futile run into their own jungle. They're expecting to find somebody else from Fnatic looking to push out this mid wave. But Pi manages to break the smoke and then go for the TP out. Armel finds it. The bar strike from Tim's at the last possible second. Oof. The tier 2 tower is dead up top. They don't have to worry about that anymore. The Dark Rift is still on cooldown for 19 seconds. So they don't have the get out of jail free card. They need to be careful about tossbacks. Universe is thinking about it. DJ in position, standing near the tier 4s. They are going to go for it. Universe jumps in, straight into the Shadow Blade, but he's stuck inside of the pit. They try to force staff him out, but he gets stuck in the middle of everybody. They drop the Poison Nova on his head, and he's now dead. He does have a buyback available. Fnatic, no threat on any of the other lanes. SamH ready with the Dark Rift, so they do think about sticking around for a little bit longer, and Armel probably spurring them on, telling his team he's got the BKB, he's feeling strong. Universe can still go for that toss back, but they can't get through this Underlord on the front lines. They will toss him back now, but TNC probably look to commit. Can they burst down SamH? That get out of jail free card is now gone. Envy gonna pop the BKB and goes running forward. Cuckoo can't find a target to snowball, and it's Envy grabbing a double kill. He's only got 47 stolen damage. The Boulder Smash actually gonna end up catching on Armel. Tim's looking to recommit into the fight. They're gonna try and burst down the Lina. Abed does have a fairly fast respawn, courtesy of the Bloodstone, and TNC Maybe they've stuck around a little bit too long. Pi gonna get tossed on top of Tim's, who will now end up dropping one last burst strike just to make sure that his other heroes escape, but TNC pay. Cuckoo runs straight in here going for the ward. Pi is right on top of it with the D ward. Of course, they saw him coming over with the obs. Cuckoo thinking that it might be up here on the hill. Neither of these two heroes have any items. They've just been buying obs and sentries the entire time. Abed finds a haste. Armel wishing that he had that Yules. They are going to get the toss onto the Venomancer, straight back into the chain stun, along with the Laguna Blade. Fnatic playing nicely around this ward and do get that kill. Though he does love shoving waves, so we'll see. Alright, Roshan down. Aegis and Cheese. Probably give the Cheese to the Underlord. Fnatic showed that they were actually able to burst him down in the previous fight. There could be a Sand King right on top of him. He doesn't know the Sand King's TP status. He doesn't know the Tusk's TP status. But TNC are just going up onto the high ground. They will force Envy back that way. They're sieging the melee barracks. Universe going to go for the toss back. But Armel manages to force staff himself a little bit further forward. He's still got this Aegis. Just going to stand his ground, popping the BKB perhaps a little bit early, but Envy's BKB also popped. They trade BKB for BKB, but TNC trying to retreat out of the base. Cuckoo unable to get the snowball off. They now look to focus on the DJ, try and burst him down. Can he survive? Good stun from the high ground. Tim's actually blocks the roll. Nicely done with the blink, but now he's stuck with the magnetize. TNC still having to kite backwards a little bit. Rallying around Sam H. The aura is helping to keep everybody alive. Armel's not even dead just yet. Are they going to give him the cheese? They will. He's asking for it. Sam H finally figures out how to drag it out of his inventory. Firestorm zoning back Abed. Initiation only coming in from Universe. He does get the toss back. They don't manage to land the stun though, so Sam H still walking forward. He's caught by the Shiva's Raven, runs forward, lays out the Poison Nova. This is going to be difficult for Fnatic to fight against, but they still push them back. Envy's got 150 stolen damage. He's going to be able to do a lot of work, and buyback from Sam H once again getting interrupted as the creep goes down. Armel getting tossed into the base. Pike out. The auto attacks will finish him. Tim's looking for a good epicenter. He finds it onto 2. Can they focus down Abed in time? He's still got plenty of bloodstone charges. Even if he dies, he will be able to keep on fighting. He even pops the suicide. TNC just want the lane of Rax, but how many kills is it going to cost them? Armel, BKB, force staff away. They need to keep Envy locked down so he can't chase for more kills. Hit him with the Gale, but he pops the BKB and just keeps on running forward. Looks like Raven's going to end up dying. Armel needing to dodge. He's looking for the Requiem. Envy trapped inside of the Pit of Malice. Sam H finally getting back to this fight. It was a long walk down the mid lane, but he will manage to do it though. Universe one more time with the Avatos combo. They bring down Armel. DJ finishing him there with the silence, and I think they should also be able to get this Underlord, pushing him down into the river. Lena's not too far behind. They toss Envy on top of him. Sam H gladly going to take that kill perhaps with the Firestorm. Oh, Envy survives on 40 HP. Fnatic playing with fire. Sam H, he's going to try and survive and maybe get off one more Firestorm. Or are we just going to run out of here? Nope, DJ sends him right back Abed's way. Universe waiting for another toss. This kill is taking them forever, but Envy does finally finish it. And TNC get the melee barracks, but at a hefty cost. TNC is still making a beeline towards them. They see Envy inside the base. They know that Abed is also there. If they could get the right initiation, this could be a good opportunity. They're just trying to predict where Fnatic are going. Fnatic just sitting on their high ground. They didn't de-ward this. The ward's only going to last a tiny bit longer. Tim's is going to look for a huge burst strike here. They jump in, but everybody dodges backwards. The force stabs are good. Abed stands his ground. Armel pops the BKB. They right-click down the Lena. She's dead for 37 seconds. He bought up for this. Eternal Envy. Are they actually going to evacuate here with the Dark Rift? They will. Whew. Raven was getting focused, and Sam H made the call to back themselves out. TNC, not really the same situation. Cuckoo's going to come in now, pop down an obs. Let's see that there's an observer over here, so going to direct his team to move forward as 5 and try and get the D ward. DJ still sitting there, actually got the snowball onto somebody who they're looking for. It's Abed. Now, the shards along with the snowball not going to be nearly enough. They've gotten dragged into a bad position, but it's actually Envy who they've now managed to catch. Can they force out his BKB here? Avatos combination from Universe onto 4, but TNC still standing strong down on the low ground. This pit is making life very, very difficult, but they get down Tim's, it looks like. Can they finish him? It looks the Magnetize and the Spirit Vessel bring him down. Armel pops the BKB, lays down the Requiem, just focusing onto Pi. Raven with the auto attacks, also helping to bring him down. It's just a support for support so far. Envy waiting for his heart to kick in so that he can regen back up. He did a really good job of not pressing the BKB earlier, so he might be the strongest hero in this next fight. There is still going to be a Poison Nova available, and TNC making a line for their Shrine. They see DJ, they get a silence out onto a couple. Envy jumping in with the blink. Who can he focus? Armel getting brought into the snowball, and they've actually got the Dark Rift. They might be able to get out. Will they cancel it? They do, because they just want this Abed kill. One more auto attack does it. Envy's the one in trouble. They don't have the lockdown on the Fnatic side. Fighting on top of that Shrine was definitely a mistake. Envy getting slowed down as he tries to escape. Universe comes in on the back lines, tosses Cuckoo forward, but that's where he wants to be. He's with his team. They've also got the snowball on Universe. This might be all of the Fnatic cores dead. They do buyback onto Abed, but Raven gets a double, and I don't even think Fnatic are going to be able to contest this Roshan. Was not worth trying to burst somebody right on top of that Shrine. Armel didn't even use the Satanic for that. He just sat inside the snowball, let the Shrine heal him up. They had the Crimson Guard, they had the pipe. Envy takes a few seconds for his damage to really build up, so was not able to do enough. And with that, TNC may have just taken this series, to be honest. Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard is going to be pretty backbreaking. The Lina with no buyback available, so if Abed dies one more time, that is probably just game. And yeah, Cuckoo sensing the opportunity, they're just gonna go for it. You're looking for the toss back, but Armel is in the middle of so many damn creeps, and they are just sieging this one out, not risking anything. Sam H has the Dark Rift ready to get them out of here. Envy only has a 5-second BKB remaining, and they just have to watch as their racks get taken. There's absolutely nothing that Fnatic can do. And Fnatic, what is their plan? They're gonna go smoking out of the base, try and catch them. TNC go for a smoke of their own. Was this smoke scouted? It looks like it was not. This observer order was just a little bit out of range. It's smoke on smoke. There's no Shrine here for Fnatic. They've got the high ground, though. Up they go. Tim's blinking forward. He managed to get the burst strike onto Universe. There'll be no stun from him. They do have the drain onto the Shadow Fiend. Can they break this link? They will manage to. Cuckoo, nice punch. Envy already using the BKB. Now he's stuck inside of the pit, getting raised down. The Firestorm raining onto his head. They're going to snowball everybody forward. There's that secondary pit. They've already used the Refresher, so they've also got the Cheese. Tim's going to try and get this epicenter off before he goes down. He's dead, but from beyond the grave, he manages to kill off Abed. That's the Lina dead for 80 seconds. Universe trying to slink away. Envy hoping that his heart regen would save him. Cuckoo couldn't get the snowball off on him, but Raven still ticks him down with the DOT in the end. And it's looking like TNC have done it. They're going to be taking this series 3-0. They just got Universe alive. He's just sitting in his fountain. He knows that it's done. TNC going to come in here and clean up the mega creeps. And there you go. GG, congrats from Eternal Envy. It's not over just yet. Well, this series is, but not over just yet. They do still have another best of 5 to play today for the ESL Birmingham SEA qualifiers, but a huge win for TNC here.